Welcome back to Washington Watch. I'm Tony Perkins, your host. The website, tonyperkins.com, to stay connected with Washington Watch. Text the word STAND to 67742. That's 67742, so that you know what's going on here in our nation's capital. Also, be sure and download the Stand Firm app. Share that with your friends. It is a trusted source of news, keeping you informed of what's happening here, and it will also allow your friends who may not have one of our 800 stations near them to be able to listen online through the app. That's the Stand Firm app. All right, no one, I emphasize no one, is safe from the cancel culture. Members of Congress who represented their constituents performing their constitutional duty and challenging the questionable election results are being targeted by corporate America, who, many of these CEOs, are running scared from left-wing activists with megaphones. But it's not just politicians and conservative nonprofits that are being targeted. The cancel culture now wants to sack MyPillow. Multiple big box stores are ending business ties with MyPillow, saying the product doesn't sell. Really? I don't believe it. Joining me now to talk about these developments is MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell. Mike, welcome back to the program.
Thanks for having me back.
So Mike, you said that in response to a number of these big box stores that are dropping MyPillow, you said, for instance, I think Bed Bath & Beyond, you said they're scared. They're running scared.
Right.
What's going on?
Right. Well, let's first get the list. Bed Bath & Beyond, Kohl's, H-E-B, Wayfair, the Canadian Shopping Channel, and the list goes on and on. But here's what happened. So when I went all in. We've got all the evidence now for these Dominion machines, and I'm going to get the word out, and I'm not backing down. Well, as soon as I went out very public about that, it was all within days. Within a couple of days, all of these box stores got attacked by bots and trolls. They're hired hit jobs by the left to cancel culture. They're like, give examples. Sleeping Giant is on Twitter, and these Daily Mail, which just attacked me from over in England. I mean, they're based over there, and they put out these fake people. They sit in a war room and they sit there and type up stuff. I'm not buying product at your Bed Bath & Beyond if you have MyPillow. So they get attacked, and these guys all live in fear. Everyone lives in fear. That's how cancel culture works.
Yep, absolutely.
And they attack them. And I talked to some of these CEOs. I had one CEO of a company in South Carolina. He has about 10 stores. I got him on the phone. I said, those aren't real people. Those aren't your customers. And I said, look at your social media. Go down there. They got two friends. That's a bot or a troll. They're paid by these guys that sit in a room, and they're hit jobs. They're like, it should be illegal. You got Twitter letting this stuff go on Twitter, but yet you're banning all the things. Like my own Twitter, it wasn't even me controlling it. They took it down, but they left it up, and somebody else was running it, so people thought it was me. This is the stuff. I'm under the biggest attack, but these stores that succumb to this, they're the ones that end up losing because their real customers are very upset that they're doing this, and I'm hearing it all over the country that they're, cutting up credit cards and stuff. And I said, these businessmen or these CEOs just made decisions out of fear, and this time we can't back into this time. We can't let this happen and have us canceled out. And I'm not going to, I'm not backing down.
You're
they asked me the other day, Mike, were you back? Yeah.
You're absolutely right, because what happens is that it is all driven by fear. I had spoken a while back with a former CEO of Walmart who said the same thing about a number of his CEO friends, that they're just afraid, and so they make these decisions not based upon fact but upon fear. And politicians the same way. So I'm grateful, Mike, that you're standing up to this and not backing down and not apologizing for speaking truth. And I guarantee you that Washington Watch listeners would still love to have MyPillow. So where can they find it? If they can't buy it at Bed Bath & Beyond, where can they order it? Where can they get it?
Well, we have Yeah, well, thank you. We have 110 products now, and including my book. You can get it for $9.97 with the promo code. Use promo code HOPE3, HOPE, and then the number 3, and you can save up to 66% of all my products at MyPillow.com. All my employees thank each and every one of you. I have 2,500 employees. We have their careers. We're like a big family, and they know we've been down this before, like last spring when I spoke out at the Rose Garden to bring God back into our schools and read our Bibles. I was attacked then too, and I was attacked on when this guy brought me here, myoleander.com. I mean, we've been down this road before, and I guess it's good that we went through that before, so we know it's not real. People come out and support, and the losers end up being the box stores that thought that they were their customers because they're losing out on the sales where the other stores that stuck with it. They make the money, and they get the customers, and they, a good example is Costco. They didn't. Costco said, we're going to stick with MyPillow and with our contract. And boy, they're busier than ever with, I just talked to some of the roadshow people. And so people, you got to look at it this time. You got to look at what's real and what's not. And I'm standing up for every business that they think they get boycotted.
Well, Mike, also your story is one of God's redemptive power. And you know that everything that has happened in your life that has been good is from Him. And so when you trust Him with that, you don't have to worry about what man can do to you.
Amen, and that's exactly right. And people have been calling me all over the country. I'm saying, is there hope? I said, absolutely. God's got His hand in all this. I put 100% of my faith in the Lord, and and then it's easy. It's easy to stand up for what you believe in because this is what God's got me doing.
It is, and you can sleep well at night because you have MyPillow. So. And
Amen.
and I'll encourage people to go to MyPillow and MyPillow.com and tell them Tony sent you. Get a pillow from Mike Lindell. Mike, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Tony. God bless.
Take care.